I'm going to give you a quick, brief rundown on how to put in a kangaroo gate. First, you may not need a gate, just an access point like I've got here. Depending on what livestock you have, you can just put star pickets in 50 centimetres apart. Cut a hole in the fence line, tie back the wire onto itself, usually about 45 centimetres in height. You need to go and find where the kangaroos are going through the fence, and this is where you put the gate in. Here's some tools that you might need. Just a couple of star pickets, post driver, post lifter, very handy, pliers, wire cutters, measuring tape, wire strainer. Safety first, we've got gloves and safety glasses. Here's a very handy tool. It's a wire shaping tool, and it was donated by Mark from V Joiners Australia for our kangaroo gate program that we have in our region. Thanks, Mark. Now the gate. As you can see, it's mesh welded onto a piece of pipe. So the mesh is 45 centimetres across the top there, and I'm sure this one's about 60 centimetres long. The pipe is obviously hollow, as you can see, and you're going to put a rod through that a bit later. But we do need a bit of a gap either side of the mesh, and that's so that the star pickets won't stop the mesh from swinging. The mesh itself is nice small squares so the kangaroos can't get their noses in and get their heads stuck. So that's really important. So there we go. We're going to put a rod through the pipe. So that'll go through the holes in the star picket, through the rod itself, and attached at the other end, and that'll make the gate swing. So it's important to grind down the side so everything's smooth. The pipe is 50 centimetres long. There's 2.5 centimetres both sides of the mesh. Put the rod through the hole of the star picket, then through the rod. It's best to put in the gate before you cut the wires to help keep the pickets in line. I've got the wire strainer on. I've cut the wire. I'm now using the wire shaping tool, 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Wind it around to the other side, and it's a great tool, this one. So it's 9 o'clock and swinging around to 7 o'clock. I've got a nice loop. Tie that on, tighten them over, take the strainer back off. I like to work nice and fast, and there we have it. So you might want to do another line there on the top if you wanted to, but I don't think it's necessary. Now check to see if it's got a good swing. Looks like it's fine. Right, all we need now is a kangaroo. Well, I think I've got one here somewhere. I'll go get one. This is Tommy Thomas, and Joey's, they love almonds. So I'm going to use some almonds and try and coach Tommy to go through the new gate. Of course, when you're handling any animals, it's always important to have lots of patience and plenty of time. They like to have a look around and investigate it for themselves. Here comes Prince Harry. He's also recognised that there's something different that wasn't there yesterday. Tommy's doing pretty well. He's got his head under the gate. He'll probably go through without any problems. Give him a little bit more time. Come on, Tommy. Through you go. Come on, that's a boy. A little bit more. Oh, well done, Tom. Come on, Harry, your turn. Good boy. Come on, you go through the gate too. There you go. As you can see, they're not too bothered about it. That should be fine. Plenty of almonds on the other side of the fence. You may have noticed that there's no kangaroo track along the gate here, and that's because I'm going to encourage these joeys to hop off my couch, go through this gate and head off into the bush and be wild kangaroos. So they'll eventually make their own track through this gate and they can come and go as they please. There's just one more very important thing. You need to make sure that the gate is 25 centimetres off the ground, and that's so that it's not so low that they can get their head stuck. If it's too low, this is what will happen. So therefore, you've got to make sure that there's 25 centimetres and no less from the ground to the bottom of the gate. And there you have it. There's your kangaroo gate.